Hi there, this is Michael Neetu, and the topic for this week is color composition. How to use a black and white composition, actually mix it with color. So why do you need to learn this? Well, basically, there's this sort of trend in architectural drawing and visualization where people like to basically desaturate all of their images, as in make them black and white, but actually leave some sort of bits which still are colored. Well, this in turn creates some sort of graphic effects. In real life, you can't really desaturate an image, but you can choose where to use black and white and where to go for color. So, what color could you actually mix with black and white and end up with something that looks good? Because there's a lot of mistakes you could be making. But if you follow through the tutorials, you basically dodge all of these mistakes. You won't make them. That's basically one of the gists of learning freehand drawing. You need to get it right the first time, not make predictable mistakes. So the color you could use is somewhat of a warm color. I'd recommend yellow or dark ochre or something of that sort. Let's see this image here. This is a traditional wooden house from Romania. And you can see you've got color right here and here. This is a simple composition. You've got ochre, yellow sort of color here and around the different areas of the composition. This is the cube house, and you've got color here and here. This design features a slightly paler color, which again works very well. This is Gerrit Rietveld Z-chair, which again features color, but in a way in which it doesn't compete with the black and white background. And this is a simple composition with a bit of coloring just here. So I'll basically break down each image so you can understand the logic behind it. Hopefully you'll be taking notes by now, because probably all your drawings are going to fit one of these categories. If you remember, you've got the 80-20 rule. So you've got 80% black and white and just 20% the extra color, the warm color, yellow or ochre. You can't be using the same proportion of colors. You'll be using slightly less of accent color and slightly more of the black and white. So where could you put this warm color so she makes sense? Or you can basically throw it somewhere where you could make some important images pop out. For instance, you've got this area here where you've got two facades and they stand out because of using this slightly yellow color. And also you've got just a bit of ochre here, right in this area, just around the windows. A very, very slight tint, because you don't want it to stand out too much, right? The black and white is obviously doing a very good job of standing out and showing the volumes properly. And you also got an accent of ochre right here, down on the horizontal surface on the second perspective. You can probably tell that these images form a fairly well composition together. This is a fairly large image, like a 54 per 70 centimeter sheet. I recommend you draw only on 50 per 70 centimeter because you get the full advantage of having enough room to draw and also being able to throw the different pieces on each sheet and whatnot. So use color just to accent different areas and to got the 80-20 principle. Next up, you've got this composition, and you can use color to highlight the silhouette of your composition right here and here and here. And shadows will always look better with black and white, as you obviously get a bit more contrast. You actually need to leave in a lot of the white paper, like this area here. If you throw in too much color, then it will just end up looking like a hodgepodge of different colors and it wouldn't work. For black and white, you need to have that gradient from starting from 0, which is the white of your paper, all the way to 10, which would be these dark parts here and here. You can use color to accentuate the lines, the silhouette of your composition, and also to let a bit of white sneak in from here to there. Next up, we've got a cube house. Every time you draw a house, use the accent color to try to make it look like the lights are on. It's like we've got this nighttime render, and yellow works really well for this. So basically just color all these windows in yellow, and also don't forget to throw in some transparency. This works very, very well. You have a proper example here. You can see the inside of our little house, and here, transparency of this circular window. Also, don't forget to not leave just an accent somewhere. You can make this yellow color just bounce around. You can obviously throw some windows here. It's quite questionable because you can't really get this effect here. You could have used dark 10 value color to get these windows looking very good contrast wise. Colored tiles here and colored windows here. So color the windows and have your color sort of evenly distributed on your whole design sheet. Don't forget that these drawings actually look a lot better in real life than they look on the screen because they're slightly more imposing. 50 to 70 centimeters. Damn, that's a large drawing. Up next, we've got this really pale teal color, and this works very well to accentuate the construction lines of our perspective. These construction lines are fairly important. They make your drawing look very intellectual, like you actually understand the volumes behind each drawing. That's one of the qualities you constantly need to suggest in all your work. Throw in, if you've got the extra time, a bit of extra color here close to the foreground. You actually can't see this. This is again a fairly large 50 or 70 drawing, but you've got a little bit more warm reddish color here in the foreground. You can actually use this to get a bit more depth to your work. We need to sort of force that spatial depth because it's actually what makes an architectural drawing be architectural. So for this example, a pale teal color to show all the proper construction lines, and also a small little accent that makes your work stand out more spatially. Next up, we've got a piece of furniture. So again, you need to highlight the white of your page. This has been done here by just basically not hatching the side of our chair. This also needs to be like a wood texture. So the whole drawing is wrong. But don't forget, we need to draw what we know is true and not necessarily what we see in real life. And we know that this white profile would look actually very, very good between black and white background and this other part here, like with wood grain and everything. With this yellowish color, you can design a fairly good wood grain texture. You can see this has got like wood and these screws or something that keep the furniture together. Use the color to make all these different areas of wood texture stand out. So the last image is a simple volume composition, which isn't all that simple, to be honest. It takes a bit of time to understand how to draw something like this. You can use color to focus your visual hierarchy. You've got different compositions here, actually the same but from two different viewpoints. But you need to sort of make something stand out more than the other. You can't have two images competing. So you can achieve this by just throwing in, slapping on some color over here, making it stand out. Again, a warm color contrasting with this black and white. It's going to work very, very well for you to get an expressive final image. So that's all for now. You need to go and apply this as soon as possible. Yeah, I make it sound really easy, but look at it realistically. You'll struggle a bit to get the proper composition going. You'll get a bit of this. You can see here we've got a mix, an overlap of yellow and black and white. This could look good if you know what you're doing, or it could be a disaster for your whole drawing if you don't know. Use this as much as possible, because although I'm aware that it's a fairly simple technique, and now you know that it is a fairly simple technique, everybody else doesn't know that, and they'll be impressed. They'll say, well, this guy or girl knows their architectural drawing. They've got really sensitive color compositions. To be fair, it does look quite elegant. If you like this video, don't forget to share it with your friends, and click on the subscribe button because there's going to be more videos coming up. This is Michael Nitu. You take care and draw nicely.